Hello and welcome back to the Nothing Nothing. It is now spring as we look out my window and you can see it's spring. And it's a time for, as the flowers and stuff are blooming, it's a good time to update the record collection. This is episode 12, or this will be track 12 if we're going based on track names. So this is about the longest you usually see on an LP. So let's see if we'll see there's an album here that has 12. First, what's going on? And we'll start right away with Creedence Clearwater Revival, their first album, Creedence Clearwater Revival, tells you that it contains Susie Q. And it's in a plastic protected sleeve. I'll pull it out for you in a second here so we can see it clearly. So this is actually my first Creedence Clearwater Revival. Since it's just in a plain sleeve like this, I'll just show you the label. The blue fantasy label, which they were on at that time. Kind of hard to see. Let me pull it over. I'll put a spell on you. This one has 4 on this side, I'm thinking, and this one has 4, I think. Right? Well, that one has 5. There's Susie Q. So not that album. This was from 1968. And then we move into 1973 with Grover Washington Jr. yet again. Like I said in a couple videos long ago, if he's not in at this point, something's wrong with me. Grover Washington Jr. Soulbox Volume 2. There's a first version, this first thing too. Not in the best of shape up there, but hey. I believe the sleeve was just plain, so I'm going to quickly show the yellow Kudo label, which you've seen a few times already. Let me quickly show you the side before I forget about it. Is the price in here? I'm curious what is actually in here. Nope. Next up, we're going to Carole King, who, as of 2 days ago, just entered the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. You might have heard in my last video that she was nominated for it at the time. Carole King, Rhyme and Reasons. This is from 1973. This is actually a gatefold. But because the original plastic wrap is still on it, I'm not going to open it. I'll show you that it was originally intended to be a gatefold. If you look carefully. See? So this is a photo of her at where is it? Carnegie Hall. Oh, this might be 1972, I'm sorry. Here, let me look at the cover right there. A little hard to read. I can check the label on the top here. Again, it's another one of these Carole King ones. Label's similar. (1972). And then we jump to 1973 with a single, and this is the only single in here. Also in a protective sleeve. I'll just leave it in this because it's already in here. We have Elton John's Step Into Christmas, backed with the B-side of Ho Ho Ho, Who'd Be a Turkey at Christmas. I always forget how to pronounce that one. As you can see, it's in its original, it looks like original MCA sleeve, so we're not going to pull it out from there. And then we move into the mid-70s now with the first Village People album. Actually, technically this is an EP, but first Village People, the Village People. Now this is a repress, and I can tell you this because if you look here, I think it is, where it says Victor Willis there, you'll see it says lead singer. On the original, it would say lip singer. That's a joke to lip syncing. The side, yes, it's in its original plastic wrap as well. The original Casablanca sleeve is in here, so we'll quickly take a look at that. That's because, of course, that's what they were on at this time. And then, as you can see, it's the Village People. This is actually the only time they have a label like this, where the Village People was that huge on it. This was 1977, according to the copyright there. And then we move into 1979 with the Village People again with Go West. Go West. So there's the band at that point. Or, sorry, the group at that point. Of course, that's what they were known for at that point. And then again, it's another Casablanca sleeve. I'm going to quickly show it, but there's something else here I want to show you. Casablanca. Let's get over that. Again, label. See the item's a little different this time. 1979. Now, let me see if I put it back in here correctly. Yes, I did. It also comes with a poster here. This is going to take me a minute, so let me unfold this. And I'll come right back. This poster is so big, I have to stretch it out over my entire bed here. This is all the band members in like separate photo shots. And let me quickly pause this, and we'll go right back to where we were going to be, because that's it for this album here. Continuing on in 1979, we have A Single Man by Elton John. And yes, like my Carole King Simpler Things, this one is also hole punched. I am so confused. Anyway. This is a gatefold, so let's quickly see the inside of a nice classic car. This was actually, this photo was actually taken at Windsor Great Park. Because that's Windsor Castle back there. And then I'll show you the sleeve. Here's side one with your lyrics. Totally convenient. This is, I always say this, but this is convenient when it has your lyrics on the side, so you know which way you're supposed to put it back in. Of course, here's the famous song for Guy. And then, as you can see, the MCA Records label actually reminds me of the Who Are You album. That's what that kind of reminds me of. And then we move into 1980 with Carole King, Pearl's songs of Goffin and King, which includes the hit single. As you can see, the hype sticker, that's still here. One Fine Day. Also in its original shrink still. I know it's taken a while to get to this, but if they have a barcode, of course, on the Discogs mobile thing, you can scan these and it'll help you find the versions. And yes, you are seeing that, but we'll get back to it in just a second here. Here's the inner sleeve. I like the pearls on the Pearls album. Makes total sense. She was on Capitol at that point. And now at least this album will be safe forever. And now we move on to 1982 with Thriller. I'm not going to try to sing any more than that. But here you are, Michael Jackson's Thriller. Again, barcode. Scan those. You can scan those. And actually, this tells you what kind of version this is. Co-produced by Michael Jackson. This is a repress, or I don't know if it's exactly a repress or if it's a first pressing with a second sleeve, but whatever. Of course, inner sleeve. If anyone's seen this album, you know these pictures by now. So I'm not going to make a huge fuss about it. I at least now own Thriller on vinyl as intended. No paper sleeve. But as you can see, the Epic logo, that's what he was on at that time. I might put that back on. I might put this back on when we're done here. And then lastly, oh no, not lastly. Second to last, we have Lionel Richie with Can't Slow Down. I believe this is also a gatefold. So we get to see this picture of Lionel Richie like going down a fire pole, like a fireman's pole, I guess you can call it. And then you can see on the paper sleeve here, we have the lyrics. It's a little ripped up, that's why you don't see the disc in it. And then your other side. And as of course, Lionel Richie was on Motown Of course, it's on Motown's label. Is this the A side? Yeah, Can't Slow Down All Night Long. And a few others you might know. And then, for our last one, we move all the way to 1988 with Red Strikes Back by Elton John. Oops. All my old price stickers are now stuck to the bottom of it. Let me peel them off there. There we go. As you know, those used to be on the side of the box. Again, barcode, you can scan those. And then this is a gatefold, so let's quickly open it. Here's your lyrics. If you recognize the stuff on here, these are actually all some of his famous costumes he wore that he ended up auctioning off in that year, and that's why they're on this album cover and on the pictures there. And then we have a printed inner sleeve with Red Strikes Back with young Reginald Dwight, or Elton John. And then we have our credits, including out management John Reed. And as this is on MCA, it's going to be like some of his older ones. The big hit on here is, what is it? It's I Don't Want to Go On Living With You Like That. Yeah. And so that is it. My total now has hit 175, I believe now. 175 total albums or vinyl including albums and singles. And with that, I did not see any album actually that we had that had 12 tracks on it, so we got a little unfortunate today. But hey, enjoy the rest of your day.